Let's hope you remember how to do this.
Do you?
I do.
I'm not sure. Hi.
Hi, I'm Max, and I'm now fully vaxxed.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
you
it.
stopped being a knitwear designer?
Yeah,
and
I just
okay.
focus is being vaccinated right now.
There we go. Well, I'm Vincent, and I'm fully vaccinated. Trying to make it rhyme like you, but not working.
No, sorry, I stole it for you.
Yeah.
And welcome to episode 5.
Yeah. It's like, it should have been like 10 by now, but
Not 10.
maybe
A
like
couple more,
8.
but yeah, we'll explain soon. And what are we drinking?
Mai Tais.
Because it's summer, and I want to travel.
Yeah, it's in Cheers first. And you've been watching Hawaii videos
Yeah, that's torture.
for like a week now.
Yeah, I'm looking
So-
at pretty people taking nice vacation in Hawaii, and I just want to go back.
'Cause
So-
yeah. So cheers. Why did it take so long for a new episode?
And we have a good excuse.
Yeah. There was a fire. You've probably heard about it because we talked about it. Well, I did. Because
Well, I was dealing
was-
it my own way, so I didn't talk that much about it because it was pretty stressful.
it
but
was
yeah.
my excuse for everything for like a month. So yeah, there's where the studio is and where we live. It's the same building, same apartment building, and on the ground floor there's kind of beauty spa type thing with hairdressers and stylists and other type thing. And there was a fire one night.
Yeah, we got woken up at around 3 o'clock in the morning with smoke.
Yeah.
And then while we were getting dressed, because we were just freaking out a little bit, the firemen were knocking at our doors. So pick up the dog, ran downstairs, and we realized there was a fire at the beauty salon. It was a Molotov cocktail that had been
Yeah.
thrown. So quite scary knowing that it's a criminal thing and not only just like an accident.
It was full arson. Yeah.
So
Not
our
fun.
place and here where we are, the atelier, we were pretty lucky. We didn't have any fire damage, but there was a lot of smoke, mainly in our apartment. So
Yeah.
there was the fire dust.
Yeah.
That's a cute
Uh,
name for something that's quite annoying.
Soot.
Soot. So yeah.
S-O-O-T. Soot.
Yeah, so we got a lot of damage
SOT.
because of that. In the atelier, we only had to do a light cleaning and it was totally fine. But in our place, we had to wash everything.
Well, speak about yourself. Here on the second
Yeah.
floor, you didn't have to do anything. But on the first floor is where the dyeing studio is, and where the yarn was drying, and where all the yarn is. And there was a lot more smoke there, because here we're like on the second floor, and then on the first floor is our apartment and the dyeing studio, and the fire was just under that. So it like the smoke didn't reach here, this place, but yeah.
But we didn't lose any yarn at all.
No.
We just had to wash it and it was gone. But for a place, it really felt like we were moving out and moving in back again. So nothing was fun about that.
No, because it was the same place.
Yeah.
Same. But we did buy a lot of stuff
Oh yeah.
to not replace.
Instead of washing the curtains, I just decided to buy a new one. So we get like a feeling of something new, like we're moving in back again.
And just to be a little bit clear, the curtains, I had made them like 7 years ago,
Yep.
and they were not that pretty. So that's why we replaced them.
Well,
Not
they-
because,
yeah.
not just because you
Yeah.
didn't want to wash them.
But they weren't crooked. They were really well made. It's just,
Yeah,
it was
but-
one of our first swimming
Never
projects.
making curtains again.
7 curtain. That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we had to go back. It took us a total of 2 weeks to get everything back into schedule, but 2 weeks out of a full-time schedule of work is
Yeah.
quite a lot and stressful at the same time.
It-
But when it happened, I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning. We were just like looking for hotels to go and stay for the night because the smoke was still there, and trying to find hotels or Airbnb when you have a dog really, really hard.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, not fun in Quebec, but fun at Ice Hotel in the downtown, and we actually loved it. It really felt like a staycation. It felt really nice to be downtown, and we haven't been downtown for like 2 years because of the pandemic and stuff. So we were discovering new things about our home city, which was really fun. And the
Discovered that there was a Krispy Kreme.
Yep. Oh, and a really nice place to eat too. It was so good. Yeah. Things that we cannot get on DoorDash here, we actually ate directly there. And the week after, we stayed in an Airbnb. So while we were cleaning things here, we were sleeping somewhere else. So
yeah, just to be sure. And there was a team that came, did a fantastic
Specializing,
job. Yeah. And they took all the carpets and stuff. Yeah.
So pretty stressful, but nothing really hard happened to us. It's more the business downstairs that has closed since they were waiting to redo the whole thing. But yeah.
And it actually happened the night before we published last episode. And it was all ready on Max's computer, and we just published it the day after just because. And one of the first comments,
she test knitted something for me before, so she knew us.
Yeah, and was, ha ha ha, you guys are on fire.
And I felt very attacked by that comment.
I was like, oh my god, literally on fire.
Yeah.
But it was funny. We laughed, and it's over.
Yeah, we're now back to normal. Our schedule is busy, but a nice busy. So yeah, so that's why the club was late. Our shipment was a bit late.
But everything's back on track.
Yeah, and this is why we didn't record anything. The first thing that we skipped was this, because it's just for fun. And if we don't have any time for that, we just get it.
And then what happened when we were supposed to record last week? Because we were supposed to record last week or 2 weeks ago.
I got my second ear infection of the year. Like a child. I don't know why. And the last time I had one was like 10 years ago. So it's not something recurrent. But in January, I had one. Like, okay, it's weird to have that. You didn't believe that this was the ear infection that kids usually have. Because when you Google your symptom, it's like, for your children, you ask them if they... It's like, I'm an adult. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, I was literally Googling, like, what can I do for an ear infection? And it was like, ask your doctor to make sure that the dose of whatever, like, Tylenol that you give your child is proper. I was like, well, he's an adult.
So I got my second one last week, which is really annoying because you get like headaches all the time because of that. So couldn't really film and be like, what? So I'm now fully cured.
Yeah, and it was like this ear, so like we would have to switch and we would be confused.
So now we're here, finally.
Yeah, exciting.
During this summer, we didn't do that much. We've watched a lot of TV. And we're always trying to find ways to sort of occupy ourselves or, spend some quality time together.
Yes. And
you actually, did you get it in a gift or you found it yourself?
I more or less. I took part in, it's called Secret Santa or Reddit Gift. So it's basically gifts exchanges all year round, and there's various themes, and so I used to do only the Christmas one and sometimes the Christmas in July one, but now last 2 months ago, last month, I don't remember, 2 months ago I did the last round, and there was a board game category, and my giftee requested something like a mystery game or like a problem solving type game. I myself had heard about escape room games, like this one, and so I went to the board game store. There's a board game store like just around the corner here, and I went there and I asked for like a mystery. Well, at first I Googled and I said I saw those games, and then I saw like there was a Sherlock Holmes type game, mystery game. And so I went there, and he explained that those games, unfortunately, you can only play once.
Yeah.
And you cannot gift it after, because you have to sometimes
destroy
part of it. Like tear stuff or like write on stuff, or it's like a real escape room, but like in a box.
Yeah, it's really really fun. So we've been doing,
Yeah.
I think 4 of it.
No,
So
3.
3.
And like one, like the last one we did, we actually found a clue on the box.
Yeah, now we're
Like just like before, like we knew that there might be a clue on the box, and then we found something, and then we were like, oh, like this is gonna be a clue later on. So
Yeah.
this one was easy to find, but
it makes
yeah,
it really
sometimes-
really fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there are like levels from novice to expert. So yeah, it's really fun. I've actually never done a proper
Me neither. Yeah.
escape room, and now I want to do one, but with just him and other vaccinated people.
Yeah.
Because being in the same closed space as someone you don't know,
It's a
not
big no-no.
sure it's gonna be happening soon.
That's what we did so far, but we received a lot of yarn too this month.
Yes.
I have-
Well, this past 3 months.
Yeah, but I have to say, it's been 3 months. I didn't order any fiber, bat, or anything.
I call bullshit.
It's true. But I got a drum carder, which is why I didn't get any new fiber, because now I'm playing with it with all the fiber that I have. And I've put them in big Rubbermaid.
Yeah, he stole
Thing.
all my yarn bins.
Yeah, and I realized I have way too much, but I have a lot of things to play with.
Because he
So,
stole all my yarn bins.
yeah.
I subscribe to the Magpie Fiber Society Club. And basically every 2 months they send you an email saying it's time to choose your yarn. And you have 2 colorways on one base. And there's usually a speckled one and then a variegated one. And then you can choose either to get 2 skeins of the speckled, 2 skeins of the variegated one, or one of each. Those are free with the club subscription. But then you can order more too if you want to do like have a sweater quantity or stuff like that. So that was the first month that I got. So there's no really color like a name, but it's like of an aqua type base, and then there's a few speckles. I chose to get 2 speckles for that, and it's on the Swanky DK, which is merino, cashmere, and nylon, and it's super soft. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
You can be like a big collector of Magpie. They just have really, really pretty colors.
I have a pretty good collection now because I shown the Beaver Club last time. Yeah. So and that was 2 months after that, and this one is on Swanky Suck, and I got the speckled colorway. Like you can see like here, you can see like some of the speckles, then the variegated colorway, and they're gonna go well with the with some of the beaver ones. Like this one's gonna especially, be So that's it. And I think I have the email in my inbox
for the next month,
for the next 2 months, and I still haven't chosen.
The WanderingFlock had a shop update this summer. I'm gonna say this summer instead of this month. And I got these 3. There's like a lavender. This one is icy lavender. This yellow is a yellow colorway. And this one is neon sherbet. Geraldine is located in Brooklyn. Yeah,
it's gonna. Sorry about that.
With fluorescent colors, it's really hard to. Yeah. Before this summer, I got a really nice chin fiber, melted baby. Not again.
Chin fiber melted baby Suri.
Melted baby Suri. Yeah, that was like a white with some little sparkle of lavender and yellow, and these one will go perfectly together. So I might do a shawl or something with it. And the WanderingFlock is a new yarn crush of mine since last winter. They have amazing colors, and they're all like pastel, but with really fluorescent colors at the same time. You might have seen our holographic rainbow. Is it the name, holographic rainbow?
I don't know.
It's just amazing. So many things to do with these ones.
I'm gonna do something to go with that sweater.
You should.
Okay.
I'm obsessed
Thanks.
with yellow. Yeah.
Thanks.
Nope.
It's mine now.
Oh, it's on single ply. I don't really knit a lot with single ply, but lately because of spinning, I'm sort of gravitating toward it.
Another yarn crush of ours, I would say. First, we got their advent calendar.
Yes. I think it went on sale at 6 p.m. 6:01. It was already purchased. I want to make sure it
And
was...
probably 6:05 was probably sold out. And so it's Olan. Here's a little label. They're located in
Ireland.
and they had mystery bags, grab bags, something mystery. So I got one.
So pretty.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Probably gonna go into a shawl at some point.
And they all go together.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got two of them, like, because you got one too that you're not showing, and then we kind of like mix and match so that both.
Yeah, I got a nice color palette. You had one too. Yeah.
So that we got like matching palettes, and like I have this one and I have the mini for it. It's like here, it's the same. It's so cute.
And is her name Jess? Is it?
I'm not sure.
The owner of Olann since last year started a mill.
Yeah.
So they're doing hand dyed yarn, and they're dyeing their fiber also, and then with the mill spinning the yarn for themselves. They're launching their new yarn soon. It's stunning, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to snatch some because they're gonna
probably could.
they're going to first they're gonna go to different lists, local yarn shop, and then I think a month or two after this it's gonna be available on our website. But they're all made in small quantity, so I want to make a whole sweater out of one, and especially the green, which is called Priestess. I love olive green, and this one is just like to die for. And then I went on another spun yarn. I got myself some of the Spincycle, and leave it to me to buy something gray on a website that has like many amazing colors. There's like one strand that is a pale blue, and the other strand is a warmer gray. So it would make really nice like stockinette something. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Stockinette something?
It's either gonna be in a like shawl or sweater. I was thinking that this will go amazingly with one of my handspun yarn. So this is why I took like a big neutral like this. And I want to design something with Spincycle. They are really kick-ass. So this... Did you have another? No? Oh yeah, you have one club.
Oh yeah, another club, another sock club that you bought for me. So I don't know why I'm showing it, because you bought it.
I bought myself one, and you just said, me too.
Me too, me too. It's from Mowry Wool Goods. I don't know if we're gonna see Mowry and Company Wool Goods, and so it's called Campfire. Is that it? Bonfire. Yep. And Cozy Beach. So I guess this is Bonfire and this is Cozy Beach. And
they're monthly mystery sock set you could actually purchase each month, and the images she was showing for that month were just amazing, so that's why we ordered that one.
It's dyed, I don't know if you can see it from here or there, but it's dyed on stellina. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, there. It's dyed on stellina, so there's a little bit of sparkle in it. And I actually started, this is Max's set, because I started a sock, but it's like this long.
There's nothing to show.
Yeah, I started it while waiting in line at the amusement park. We should have talked about the amusement park.
I wasn't there, doesn't count.
Yeah, why weren't you not there?
I hate those things. I don't like scary stuff. I
It
don't
was
like
so
spicy
fun.
stuff. I'm
No-
vanilla.
No. So yeah, that was my last purchase that I didn't purchase.
And I have one more. And leave it to the farmer's daughter to have a big sale for me to just like grab a lot of skein. So this is just a sample.
18.
Well, there are 15 grams skein, so which means it's like 9 skein.
9 skeins.
It's still a lot, but yeah. This is a base that I've wanted to try for a while. It's Socapi. I wanted to try this one because it's 100% Rambouillet, which is the same fiber that was used for Recollect, the yarn that I have knit the Hide and Peak sweater, which I just totally love. And it's really like light when I'm wearing it. So I've got these 3 to start. Like a green, the middle one is the color that I used in the sweater, and this one is another one. So this is Rank Bronc, Paul Newman, Teton. And the black is a new one of hers, Legend, which I do agree, it's quite legendary. A good black is really hard to find in yarn.
Yep.
It's really amazing. And this one is Elk Antler. I've used it in a pair of socks that I've made with her yarn before too. I just love it. I cannot wait to try it. And this is another single ply, but I think this would make like a really, like a moody shawl. I might switch this one for Cereal Alpaca that I have in the same color, but you know me, Cereal Alpaca, I'm gonna put it everywhere. That's what we bought this month.
Yeah, this like let's say it passed like
This
3
summer,
months.
yeah, let's say
This
this
summer, because that like yeah, it's more than a month worth of yarn purchases.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you would think that if it's been 3 months, we would have so many finished objects. We've knitted a lot. We've been working on a lot of secret projects that we cannot show right now, but we've done other little things and quite big things too. But
Yeah. One thing that I did, and it was kind of a like spur of the moment project. Said I want to make a sock set for Pride Month. Pride Month. Pride Month. So I did.
I wanted to do it, so I did.
So I did. So yeah, I did some like color exploration to find 6 neon colors, and I had the orange and the yellow already in my recipe book, my sorcerer spell book. And so I found like the other 4, and then I did little sock sets with 1 skein of yak sock in Moira's Black Rose, and then 6 10-gram minis to do all the little lines. And it's a very simple vanilla sock recipe.
So if you have a sock pattern that you really like, that fit really well, you could just hack it and add little stripes on top.
Yeah, it does. Like it takes like 30 and then like 40 rows. You just need to account for 40 rows of color. There we go. And that's it. It's sold out now, but I'm probably going to do like one little run at some point to have it back in stock. So even if it's not Pride Month anymore, we're not one of those businesses that
will drop it on
drop the flag on July 1st. The flag is still up, so I'm still gonna I'm gonna put some as soon as I have like a day maybe. So when you dye the neon colorways, there's always a little bit of dye left over in the dye pot that won't absorb if you go with a saturated neon. And because I don't like to waste, I have those like no dye left over YOLO skeins. Well, I did the same thing with the neon colorways, and now I have a Surrey. Oh wow, it's gonna blast! But I have a Surrey alpaca. Yeah, that's the order. No,
is it the order? I don't even know the order.
There you go.
So those are pastel fluorescent colors.
Yeah, It's basically I just put Surrey skein in the leftover dye in the pots when I dyed the minis. I kept them separate because I wanted to do a contest, a giveaway. Poop poop.
You just have to comment below and let us know which one of the rainbow colors from the rainbow flag is your favorite.
Yeah. And
That's
if you have a favorite color that's in one of the other LGBTQ plus flag,
Yep.
so like trans flag, bisexual flag, any flag, just comment below. What's your favorite color? Doesn't have to be those ones. Just has to be a comment.
Every flag is welcome.
And then we'll pick someone at random, and they'll have those 6 skeins.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. And what have you done?
I've also made socks, and I've been
lazy socks.
Yes, but they're still amazing.
Yes.
Earlier this summer, Jody was all about
Jody from the Grocery Girls.
Yep, it was all about DK socks, and it just felt like, yep, we were having drinks in the park, having a little project would be amazing, and they go so quickly. So my first pair of DK socks is these one. I've used La Bien-Aimée, or DK base, and this color is Tangiopia. So there's 2. I've actually used my pattern, the You Better Work sock, which is a reverse stockinette socks, which is a toe up. The only way socks should be made. I know, he's team top down, I'm team toe up. I don't know why.
Cuff down socks.
I like to
Cuff
try it
down.
as I go, like a top down sweater. I feel like toe up is similar, but I
Cuff
might be the only one. There's like a little line on the top here, an accent of color, and color for me sometimes is black. Really fun to do, really easy. So I think I've made those 2 socks while you were making the first out of your pair. It goes so quick.
Yeah, that's like 28 stitches for the entire thing.
Yeah. I just
Like
hacked my own
it's
pattern, so I just tried out what I was
It's
doing.
like,
And after this one, since I loved it so much, I've made another pair. And like I said
it's
earlier,
like 50 stitches, like 48 stitches.
like I said earlier, I really love lavender. And there's a new color from hers, which is Anime Naru. And it's one of the color from the Volcano Trail Fade, which I used in the Volcano Trail. So it's like a green olive with some lavender.
Some speckles. Yep. Pretty socks.
So yeah, I couldn't wear them because I wanted to take the photos and then talk about it. So now they're gonna go into the pile of socks that I can wear. There's no nylon in it, which I don't mind. I don't think it's gonna wear out. They're big. I'm not gonna wear them in boots or anything. I'm just gonna wear them inside. And if they wear out, well, they didn't take that much time to knit. And I could actually try to mend them if.
I think I'm gonna buy one of those little looms that you can like put your.
Don't we have one? Oh no, it looked like a big shoulder.
No, that's too so.
Oh, you want the mushroom little thingy?
No, I want it's like a round thing with hooks, and then you can just like weave.
Oh, does Buku have to? Is it Buku?
I think Baku, but Tribe Yarns just got some in their shop in the UK, so I'm gonna talk to Millie into sending me some. Well, I'm gonna buy them, but yeah.
Hi Millie.
Hi Millie.
2 FOs. And I've also finished a big project. I'm super excited about this one. I don't know if you're like that, but each new knit you finish is your new favorite project. And this one, it really is. I'm loving it so much. It's because of the yarn, because of the designer.
Yeah,
I've designed it.
You love it because it's yourself.
Yes, I love myself. You have to love yourself.
Hashtag self-care.
Yeah, hashtag self-care. So this is the Opus shawl. I was almost done the last time, and now I finish it. You want to hold it a little bit. It's really a large shawl. It's in mosaic knitting. Hello. Which means it's just slip stitches. If you want to make this shawl, it can actually be for beginners or intermediate beginners. This is the backside with all the floats.
So cute.
To do this, you need to know how to knit, purl, slip stitches, and increase. That's pretty much it. It's easier than it looks. And this is what I like about knitting. My patterns, they always look complicated, but they're really easy to do. And it's knitted in Opus by Walcott, which is why it's named Opus Shawl.
Yeah, it's 70% Falkland Merino and 30% baby alpaca.
Yeah, it's really
so soft.
really
soft.
so
It's so
soft.
soft. It's so soft.
It's really soft. It has a really nice drape. I've been saying since the beginning, it's really buttery soft. It really felt like cashmere without being it.
Yep.
And I really love the little bumps that I've made with the ochre. So this, I'm gonna try to point and look at the same time. So the gray is called gray. The darker gray is called Castle Rock. The ochre is goldenrod, and the blue is ink. We had kits in our shop, the original colorway. They've all sold out so far, but if you go on Walcott Yarn on their website, I think they have some left of this. But
Yeah.
in our shop, we still have some Opus in different colorways, so you could actually build your own shawl
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, and if you need some help, we just added the chat with us thing to the website, and it basically sends me a message 24/7. I'm there. No, I'm not there 24/7. But I can help you like put the colors together if you need some help, because we do have a lot of neutrals left, and then we can like build a kit with another color.
And the pattern is going to be released on August 12th. And I'm also going to do my first cal for this one. So it's a knit along. You can participate either on Instagram and use the hashtag OpusCal, OPUSKAL, or you could actually participate on Ravelry. I'm going to link in the description box. Going to see there's a group where you could actually chat with other participants. You could see actually the colors they pick for their shawl, which is really inspiring. So far, I've seen many color mix that I didn't think to put together, which is so inspiring for a designer to see different interpretation of your own work. Cal will start at the pattern release, which is August 12th, which give you a little bit of time to get your yarn ready for that date. You can start a bit later on too. It's gonna last for 2 months, so it's gonna end on October 12th, and on the 13th, we're gonna drop prizes from the FO thread on Ravelry, but also from the hashtag on Instagram. You could participate on either on Instagram or on Ravelry or at both places. There's going to be a gift card from Boutique Les Garçons, which is a nice shop, I think.
Okay.
A yarn story, which is where the yarn was created.
Yeah.
We'll have a gift card too. And Hide and Hammer has provided a bag for you to put all your Walcott yarn in it. I'm pretty excited for this one. And I don't know why, but summer for me is knitting shawls. They're really simple to do, mindless, and perfect for TV knitting, park knitting, or with the warm weather. I don't know, it just felt like something nice. I'm really happy with this one. I think it's one of my favorite knits that I've made.
Yeah, you always say that.
But it's true.
So one thing that almost disappeared with the fire is his Dark Materials Club, because, well, actually the second installment was already dyed and sent and people had received it, but I think the week following, like the week just after the fire was supposed to be the week that I was gonna explore the colorways, and
It was the day you just printed out the photo you were gonna use.
I probably so I didn't do that right away, but the second installment we still hadn't shown you guys, so here it is. Oh, little Sophonax. So the character was Coram, and his Coram, Father Coram, and his demon is called Sophonax, and it's kind of a big Bengal cat. I'm actually gonna untwist them so you can see better. because it's all cute. Because you remember I said like they're twisted together because of the relationship between the person and their demon. But what I'm going to show you is actually the entire Sophonax colorway, which is like a very like fiery orange.
It really does look like a Bengal cat.
Yeah.
With the
And
black
actually, like
stripes.
in the pan when I was making them, I actually did like the circles, like the typical circles of the Bengal cat.
And the fact that it's Surreal Alpaca really felt like
Yeah.
pelage. Fur.
So this one is Surrey alpaca with little brown spots, and then this is Corum's coat. In the TV series, he has like a big coat that's kind of greenish. It's like a dark jeans like denim kind of green. Like I don't know if it makes sense, but
And you use the yak base for this one.
and it's on the yak sock base, and you don't see it quite clearly here, but it has like a green undertone all over, and it goes very well with that. And actually, someone wrote to us because they wanted more of it, to do a pink velvet by Andrea Mowry, with fodder corum, and then the Surrey is going to be like Sophonax.
Yeah, that's
so
gonna be nice.
like I just dyed one more of them for that, and yeah, it's going to be very nice.
And then on month 3,
On month 3, it was my favorite character.
mine too. She's so scary good.
Yeah. So it's Mrs. Coulter. Her demon is called a golden monkey. He doesn't have a name. These two are not
They don't have the
twisted
same
together.
relation. Yeah.
because they don't have the same relationship as the other demon. They're really separate. So I kept them separate in the actual skein. And you have a little golden monkey progress keeper, so cute. And yeah, this is month 3.
So the green is based on one of the
Yep.
dresses that she's wearing in the show.
And this
She
is
has
single
the
ply
Amazing like makeup artist, amazing
costume design.
costume designer, which so this color looks really great on her.
Yeah.
And the golden monkey, we didn't want to make, well, you didn't want to make something similar to Sophonax, which was another golden color.
Yeah.
So you use the golden for here, but his face and his nose
Yeah.
has some white and little hint of blue, which is why it's on the top like that.
It's a little bit blue. And this is on a merino, 100% merino single ply, which I don't usually carry, but I wanted something like silky,
Shiny, yeah.
shiny for the dress, because she wears like silk dresses. Really should have thought and buy the, like, I think there's a 50% silk or 30% silk, 70% merino base, but they was a lot more expensive. And so that was month 3. And there was a next for skein for a few people because I had a very limited number of it. And the skein was Yorick. It was to be based on Yorick, Bernison, the
One of
polar
my
bear.
favorite character. He's really
Yeah.
cool.
And I had this base for, like, I had this base for a long time. It's a Surrey Alpaca DK, but it's 100 gram for 285 yard. So I made a little Yorick skein. And it has, yeah.
And since Yorick is a polar bear,
Yeah.
we didn't want to just give you like a white skin.
Yeah, I could have given you like a white skein. This is Yorick.
So this is like Yorick with his own armor
Yeah.
with some rust on it. So it had like a deep dye effect. This would go amazing inside of a snuggle cowl.
Yeah, you could like just hold it single for a snuggle cowl if you have the skein. So that was the Yorick skein.
Or any shawl by Stephen West that used Surrey would be amazing with this.
Yeah.
And this was the club for book 1.
Yeah.
We're going to do book 2, but it's going to be in a while. We're just taking a little break from clubs like
Yeah,
this.
well, for a big club.
For big clubs, yeah.
It's actually going to be probably around the same time next year, which is going to, I think we announced it in January.
Was it? Yeah, after Christmas.
Yeah, it was after Christmas. I think we announced it in January. So it's probably like, stay tuned. January next year, we're going to have book 2. And I already know which characters I'm going to do.
Yeah, we made our list early on. Because you just actually reread all the books and we watched the series, which was amazing. And now series 3 will actually be delayed because of COVID. So
yeah, they started
have more
filming,
time.
Yeah, and they started filming recently. Yay!
And here's what happened in the Handspun world of mine. I made this skein. This is, I think it's like 150 grams, so this is why it's a big chunky yarn, but it's still in fingering. I've used, for this one fiber with a bat that was prepared by Republic of Wool, so Michelle, thank you. And the other one was not a bat, it was a braid from Hello Yarn. I've shown it before, actually. So I've plied these two together. I really like the little subtle effect of some places are more grays, others are white, the rest is like a nice pink. So this, with like this Spincycle that I've shown earlier, would really look quite fun.
Yep.
So this was my first handspun of the summer. And like I said, I got a drum carder. A drum carder is actually a way of taking raw fiber or hand-dyed braid and melt it together to create your own bat. I got the drum carder from Brothers or Brother. I'm not sure which one they are. Brother.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Okay. I'm not gonna show it because it's like really, really big. It's so fun to do. I don't know why no one told us how fun it is. Really love it. So I've made these 3 skeins. I really love to make like kits. So I really do see like a shawl kit or something with this. There's grays in every color that I've used. So there was like a forest green that I've used some pinks in it. There's grays. There's this one like small little spot of fluorescent pink, then gray again. They really feel like a shawl set for me. They're quite heavy, a heavy spun, so it's more like a DK, almost a worsted. Earlier this summer, I managed to finally go smaller. So now my go-to spin would actually be sport. So I'm slowly getting better at making thin and...
Yeah, and then when you can make fingering, you can make my fiber that I bought that I'm never going to spin.
They're so pretty, so I cannot wait to make them.
Yeah, and then you can make me some yarn.
And the last one that I've made is this one. I've used fiber prepared by Rosegold Fiber. It's a new Canadian fiber company that just started. They had their first shop update actually last week, and it's her best friend Tanya who started this because we're both obsessed with fiber, so why not make a business out of it? She made the fluorescent yellow mixed with grays, which she's not my best friend for nothing because she knows exactly what I want and what I like. And I've plied it with something more on the white side with little speckle of yellow in it. Again, this one would just go like nicely with this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm just having a lot of fun. Spinning.
We're working on secret projects that we can't show yet.
They're really fun.
They're really super fun, very time consuming for me. You're gonna see why in a few months. But it's super fun, and we've been working full time on them. But we do have a few whips.
Yeah.
Have a whip?
Can I do like Ray?
And my whip, I should have taken it. Well, it's living in my Pine Hammer bag.
Yep.
There's. Wait. It's the number 3, isn't it? Number
Yep.
3?
And it's the iconic roll top number 3. It's something amazing.
I'm sorry, you. So I'm doing the Vertices Unite by Stephen West because of our friend from Fiber Hustle who started knit along for it, and I was having a case of the FOMO.
Because everyone we knew at Knit Night was knitting it,
Yeah.
literally. I was the only one still working on this one. You
Yeah.
were doing, I think, your socks, and you just...
Yeah, I decided I wanted to do that because it's garter, it's really easy. And I went stash diving. I didn't buy any yarn for it. And ta-da! So, well, it's
Wrong
okay.
side.
Wrong side. There you go. So that's the white and colorful one. It's not that colorful, but it's somewhat colorful. Is section 1. And I used 1 skein of La Bien-Aimée, Howell and Sophie, and 1 skein of Black Elephant from the UK. It's a single ply, and I think it's confetti.
Confetti
What?
cake or confetti?
Yeah, but they're really close together, so you don't really see the difference. Like if I stretch it a little bit, you see that Howell and Sophie is the more colorful one, and then the ridges that are less colorful is the Black Elephant, because it's more of a white base with like rainbow speckles, and then Howell and Sophie is like rainbow all over. And then I decided that everything else was going to be neutral and black and gray. So here you have section 2.
Oh, and actually, I've made this shawl before, and usually you use only 1 strand
yeah.
of fingering, and I've made mine using 2 strands of fingering everywhere, which gave a big blanket effect at the end.
Yep.
So for winter here in Quebec, it's really nice to have like a big blanket, and our dog Lola loves this. So you decided to do the same thing as mine and hold everything double.
Yeah, I held everything double. I'm gonna wear that with. I have like a black and gray winter coat, so it's gonna be like very perfect with the little pop of color there, because everything else is gonna be black and gray. That black is the leftover from my sock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I had another skein of it.
Okay.
So it's leftover plus maybe another skein. I don't know if I started using
actually-
the other skein.
Put a lot of skein that were already round up together for this shawl.
Yeah, I had like that. The bag is full of like skeins, and then the gray is some random gray I had. It might have been one skein of mine. Might have been someone else's. I don't remember. It was. It looked. It was. I think it's the yak base, and it looks like a Meredith's gray on yak, but not sure. And finally, the third section, I'm using the first ever Meredith's gray skein.
Full.
Yeah. One of the first Meredith's gray skein that I dyed for me. Like one of the first ever skein of Meredith's gray, which was like my 3rd colorway ever.
Is it the one you were going to use in the AMCAL 2 years ago? Or
No.
no? Okay.
No, it was attached to the Intarsia sock.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah,
really old.
It's really old. And I'm using 2 strands of black mohair with it from Les Arts Textiles du Témiscouata. Christine makes a very gorgeous hand-dyed black mohair.
And like I said before, dyeing black is really hard to make a really nice one. And Christine make an amazing one,
Yeah,
and especially on mohair. Oh, yeah, and that's the sweater you're wearing right now.
Yeah, that yarn also is Christine's yarn. Oh, I have a
In
hair
the
there.
description box below, I'll link her shop. It's an
Yeah.
Etsy shop. Amazing.
Yeah, so this is a BFL nylon blend. Yeah, and that's what I've used. And then I think it's the same colorway. No, it's the other one. That's painted black. It's called painted black. So I'm using 2 strands of mohair and then 1 strand of that. And I'm gonna show you.
What's coming
So
up?
that's the mohair. That's not supposed to be there.
Oh, I might have taken a lot of yarn.
And I have extra like La Petite Biche
Le Petit Lamb's Wool.
No, it's Le Petit Silken Mohair.
Le Petit Silken Mohair.
Just in case I run out, I have that. That's a skein of La Bien-Aimée single ply. That's like just like parchment, a gray maybe, if I want. Yeah, I think it's parchment. Mm. And then I have like another gray here on yak base. That's the Meredith gray. And then I have a darker, I think that's Cheryl Skull on yak sock. That's the leftover from my sweater.
You're actually doing exactly the same thing as your socks, of having just black, just grays or black with like a bunch of some
and
colors.
Then that, so that's the black. So that I started the other skein. And then I have, that's Christine yarn that's left over from this. Just in case. I have like all of blacks and grays in here. Like more grays.
And you actually, if you're doing the Vertices Unite, the original pattern with only one sweat of yarn, you won't need that much yarn. It's just holding it double.
And because I don't know which I'm going to use also.
Yeah.
I just put everything in there. Because it holds a lot.
It's true.
It always even has a flashlight. I don't know why. What is in my bag? Other black yarn.
Yeah.
No, that's... Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I have grays and so super cool bag, super cool black and gray.
Can I just talk about the bag 2 seconds?
Yes.
It's a roll top, so if you have less yarn, you can actually make it quite small and just like bag it. And when your product is really huge, do the same thing with.
I'm actually gonna put everything back and show the bag full.
Yeah. Oh.
You can see like how much
it can hold a lot of things. So like a sweater in worsted weight.
I think there's like
fit in it.
500 grams of yarn plus the shawl in there, even more than that. So
which was your birthday gift from someone exceptional.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I don't know if we can see it, but. There you go. It's written Bidels on the handle. So I know it's mine and you cannot steal it. So so like it's full now. And I can actually use a little handle and clip it. And I have a like very big.
And it's extra full,
Extra full. Yeah, I'm at the last hole. Very cool.
And I'm actually working on another shawl project and another design. It could almost go into the FO pile, but I'm gonna take this one out first. Since it's summer, we've been quite busy, and I just wanted to have like something that was mindless knitting. I really love the garter feel to any project because it's really squishy. So I've decided to work in another shawl design. I'm gonna start from Canada. So,
why don't you start?
Because I made it really, really long. The Opus shawl you would increase every 2 rows, and this one you would increase every 4th row. So I wanted something really, really, really long. And since I'm in love with Handspun, I got a shawl kit from Artifact of Appreciation, which specialize in gray yarn with a pop of color. I'm gonna show it. You get some little like ochre, darker grays, some little whites, a bit of pink.
So you split this. You have to say that you split this.
This is my own handspun, the gray here. And I've decided to stripe it with your black yarn on your British DK base. So this is Moira's Black, a name.
So pretty.
Yeah, it's coming from Schitt's Creek. It goes really well with Handspun, and this is 75% BFL, 90 math. 75% BFL and 25% Masham wool, and it's non-superwash.
It's Maxim.
which is Maxim Cyr.
Maxim Cyr.
That's me. Start here, stripe it, stripe it, stripe it, stripe it, stripe it, stripe it. And then at the middle, and it's a triangular shawl. Yep. And at the middle, you would actually reverse. And then from the black, you stripe it with the little handspun here.
Look at that black.
It takes a total of 4 skein of DK. So I took 2 of Vincent's yarn and 2 of my own handspun. I've been knitting a lot of colorful things lately, which I love, but I'm really a black and gray guy, and this really looks so fun. And why it's not in the FO pile, at each end, so in the middle and here, in the middle and then at right and left, I'm gonna make nice tassel. And the first time I made tassel, they ended up so freaking huge. So now I've watched a tutorial how to make them smaller and nicer, and you just have to concentrate. Yeah, it's here.
Oh yeah, it's there.
So I'm just gonna concentrate and make them smaller, and I'm gonna make a medium tassel with like a stripe of the little handspun around it. So I've used a total of 2 skein of black and 2 skein of my handspun. You will need extra yarn if you want to make the tassel, because I've really tied my thing without. Here's my first tassel for...
It's as big as my head.
Yeah. I was really happy making them, but I just forgot how. And there's a lot of cereal packer in it, so they're super fluffy. The shawl is there to showcase the tassel. Yeah. Since I love mindless knitting this summer, I've started a second one already. I wanted to use my own fiber. So this is a skein that I've spun myself. I've mixed Jacob fiber, Corriedale. There's some silk, like bluish silk, and then mohair that had like a little ochre vibe to it. It's really great, which is why I love it so much. And instead of using DK on the other side, I'm gonna use 2 skein of cereal paca that I'm gonna help double, which gonna give me like a DK weight, similar to a DK weight. And this is from Wellview Yarn, natural dyer from Wales or Ireland. I think she's located in Wales.
Yeah, I think she's in Wales. She's in the UK.
Yeah. She's the best natural dyer out there. Everything is like a pale gray or like a muted pink. I would buy any color she has. And we've been able to see her booth at a yarn festival before. Wales.
Yep.
Visually, everything was just stunning. It was amazing. So I had these in my stash for a while, and I really thought that it would really make a nice tonal shawl.
Yep.
And this is what I have so far in my second version. You see all the little
speckles, like specks of colors.
And I really feel like handspun with garter stitch make it looks really vintage. With a rustic yarn, it looks really good. Little cereal paca. And this one is a bit woolly. It's going to be a bit itchy. But with the cereal paca, I'm just going to plan how I wrap it around my neck, and I think it's going to be fine. This is my second version. And we're taking a trip soon in British Columbia. We're going to go hiking and stuff. So I'm going to bring these shawls to have them photograph on the top of a mountain or something. Like, I have my story already written out. Oh, I want everything.
So I have to get to the top.
You're going to be this one.
And then photograph them?
I'm going to take a photo of you and then a photo of me.
Okay.
And then take a selfie because we're there. We have to show that we're both there. So here it is. So this is going to be called the field shawl, as I felt that every line felt like an agriculture feel where everything would be lined up.
I think it's kind of us type thing. I don't know if every field is that lined up. I think it's like a Canadian maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks, well, if you're from here, it looks like a field.
Yeah, like a cornfield.
Like a few fields.
Yeah, it's not a UFO field. There's nothing round or like no one's going to get it.
Very pretty.
Thank you. So I'm going to work on that It's gonna finish pretty soon. It goes quite quickly. Really mindless, really easy.
On August 7th, we're gonna update the shop with some British yarn from my British line of yarns. I have 3 yarns that are the ones that Max talked about, well, in this shawl.
Yep.
This one, the black. It's 75% non-superwash BFL, so blue face Leicester, and then 25% Maxim, brown Maxim. So I'm actually going to show the natural colorway.
It's the yarn that I've used in my single malt sweater that is currently being tested.
Also,
you could make a whole sweater out of it. It's really have a little rustic feel to it, but it's not itchy at all. It's really, really nice.
so I have fingering version, a DK version, and a worsted iron version. And I had the fingering version in the shop, just a few colorways. So that's the natural colorway. So you can see that it's a little bit gray. It's like on the brownish side.
Which make every color a bit muted.
Yeah.
It's like, as a whole sweater, it looks amazing. Color work would be really cool with it because every color would go together easily since they all have a gray undertone. It's the same thing with your yak base where every color will really go nicely together.
It's about the same effect on it. So, and because it's non-superwash, it's also even a little bit more muted. And so I had like maybe 10 colorways in the fingering version on the website. But now I dyed all of the colorways that I could, because some of them...
if they're too pale, they're not going to show on a gray base.
Like Alex Snowfield doesn't show because it's really gray, like a bluish gray already, so it doesn't come through.
Violet Chachki.
But I dyed so like about 17-18 colorways on it, and on both the DK and fingering version. So I'm gonna show you just a sample.
Look how they all just... I might have placed them strategically too, but they really go together easily.
And I think most of those colors I did have on the website.
No, you didn't have Jody's cake before.
That's Roseanne's first knit. I had it, and that's natural. Also had it, but those two.
So there's Pepper's Mint.
Jody's, Pepper's Mint, and then Jody's cake. I didn't have them. And this is Abador's Waters. So it's a little blue.
But like, look how soft and subtle.
Yeah. And then you have a few colorways on the fingering base. Oh, I didn't have the black.
I'm gonna hold these 3.
Yep. I don't think I had the black dyed up yet. So that's the Moira's Black Rose. And then you have Cardi's Ochre.
Max's Khaki after that, which looks really amazing.
Yeah.
Not because of my name, but on this.
I
this
didn't
is Chris
have those,
Pine.
Chris's Spine Green.
And this is Meredith's Gray. Look at this.
I want to be in the picture too. So I have like... maybe I should count, but I think it's like 17 colorways. 17 or 18 colorways on this base. Both DK and fingering. And we're gonna have...
It's gonna be in limited quantities.
Yeah, because this yarn...
We're waiting on the second shipment to...
this yarn is kind of hard to obtain. Not kind of hard, but I now will have a bigger quantity soon. Because I requested...
and I cannot stop working with it.
Yeah,
so you have to...
and I requested a bespoke spin on it. So I... not called, but I emailed the mail and I said, I want, just spin me a lot of it, because I want all of it. So I'm gonna have more in the future. So now I think I have, I'm gonna say it, I have 6 skeins per colorway per base. So I have 6 fingering and 6 DK. That's gonna be August 7th. Like even those,
Like a gray undertone is so
Yeah.
magic. If you want to dye yarn and you're starting and you don't know too much about color and you're still learning, start with a gray base. It's gonna help you have everything go together quite easily. Or even if you look at Emmys from La Bien Aimé's colors, they all have a pink undertone to every other colors, which means it will all end up going together. I think
Yeah.
it's the key of finding your own
yeah.
color palette and making it work
And I
all
also
together.
and I dye mostly like warm colorways. So even if I have like a blue, it's gonna be like a warm blue.
Like why we're always
then,
talking about how a black is important and grays are usually cooler gray.
Yeah.
And cooler gray doesn't always look good
No.
on me, like, for example.
Well, yeah.
But warmer grays, like even Artifacts of Appreciation here has a warmer gray, are not dyed that much, and they look so good. They look way richer than cold gray. But look, you made Alex, which is a cold pale gray, which is just a nice sea gray. It's amazing too.
Oh,
We just
yeah.
need to
Yeah,
find a
but
purpose.
most of my colorways are like on the warmer side, and that's why they kind of all go in the same palette.
That was my little TED talk about
Yeah,
grays, because I
Grays.
love grays.
And then last shop update. Yeah, we had a big restock of BFL sock, which is my BFL nylon blue face Leicester and nylon superwash base.
Perfect for sock, sweater, shawl.
And I have a little thing for blue face Leicester. I really prefer it to merino.
Has more
And
structure.
yeah, it's a little bit more. It has a little bit more crunch. It's a little bit less elastic, I think. So it like stretches less.
There's
Or
less
it's more
drape, yeah.
elastic. So it, I don't know, but I'm not the fiber specialist, but I know that it's more hard wearing. It pills a little bit less also, because whenever I knit something with merino, and Max can attest, I have to use the gleaner on it. I have to remove the pills right away, because
Yeah.
it just pills like my hand. I don't know what my hands
Maybe
have.
it's because it's taking you 6 months to knit every project, and mine like 2 weeks.
No, that's not that.
Shade. No, but it's true. You're always using a gleaner, and I've never used it before.
Yeah. So here are a few colors in BFL sock. It has a really cool twist to it. It's hard wearing. It has it's perfect for
The
everything.
Partners in Crime shawl that I've designed with Vincent's yarn was actually knitted with this one. So I have like a nice structure, but also a nice drape
Yeah.
to the shawl.
And it's still very soft because it's not very rustic yarn. It has a lower micron. It's not as low as merino, but it's soft enough for me. I'm wearing.
similar, yeah.
It's
okay.
the similar base, and that's what I'm wearing.
And also, we restocked our nice collaboration with Patricia from Paradise Island, our
Les Garçons
Le
bag.
Garçon bag. Perfect for sock knitting or sweater for chicken. It's like a nice little size, a drawstring bag.
That's what I brought to the amusement park that you didn't
Yeah.
came to.
Nope. And
With my
zipper
sock.
on the back, which I love because inside you don't want extra pocket because
Yeah.
outside is
Actually,
better.
was wearing it like this. on
And then knitting out of it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
knitting out of it.
And this is the olive version, and we wanted a different colorway, which is this one. It's called
Hello,
Merlot.
Merlot.
So hello, wine lover. Same thing on the back.
Yeah,
I really love it.
same one. Love those bags.
Really well done. So these one are in the shop right now. What else?
What's gonna be new on August 7th?
Yes.
It's a new one.
I made a nice illustration. I'm really in love with it. It's a little ram. I learned what a ram is because of this. I thought it was a mountain goat. The little ram here is wearing my hiding peak sweater, design that I've made using Farmer's Daughter's fiber. And there's gonna also be a little progress keeper that goes with it. So this one will make its debut in the shop this Saturday also.
And because I would be a great salesman if I didn't talk about that.
Do you want a used car? Do you want a used car? No, not all the mileage. Not all the mileage.
If you're looking to make the hide and peak sweater, while I was twisting the yarn and dyeing all of the British DK base, this colorway came about, this combination. And I thought this would make a great hide and peak sweater.
And Recollect is actually a heavy sport, and this base is actually a light DK, so you could actually easily substitute it.
Yeah, it
Thing.
has like a DK gauge to it. I think it's 21 stitches. You just have to look for...
You might have to change your needle size, but you're going to be able to make it and have pretty much the same yardage.
Yeah.
As...
You just have to look for yardage though, because this has not the same yardage as the Recollect skeins. But look at that.
And Recollect could actually make a nice Opus shawl too, since it's in sport weight.
Yep. There you go.
And there's one more enamel pin that was going to be that is available in the shop.
Yep. Hi, I'm Pride.
Yes.
The jackalope.
It's in our rainbow collection that we raise money for a different queer foundation. We did one before that was the narwhal. We did also the unicorn. And this one is the jackalope.
Jackalope.
And his name is Pride.
And the money for the sale of this pin is going to Gris Montréal. And Gris Montréal, it's a non-profit community organization that demystifies sexual orientation and gender identity through the sharing of testimonies and lived experiences. So mostly people from the organization going into high school or primary school classes to share their experience and talk about that and answer the questions from the students.
Yeah. This is so important. Just sharing stories will actually help you to learn. Like, this is not just like words. There are human beings behind it. And last thing, we're gonna have pocketbooks in the shop. We have a new stationery section in the on the website. It's under Notion or Stationery?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Anyway, this is from Merchant & Mill. They're the supplier that makes the beautiful scissors we have that we just love and makes so many sexy noises when we cut. It's just like chop chop. It's so perfect.
They're under other goodies.
Been using them for 3 months. That's the thing. Things in our shop are things that we really love, and we had them 2 months before we ordered them as
in the shop.
Yeah,
just to make sure that we would use them and
find them helpful. So the brown one is yours, and the gray one is mine. And to give you an example, so this is Max's knitting journey. I was taking all my notes on the notepad on the iPhone. But I'm taking so many notes that I just don't remember where they are, and doing the search, I'm not getting everything. So I've decided to take some time and draw little drawings of what I'm making. And this comes from I'm an illustrator, so my doodles are like things like this.
Yeah, I hate you.
The thing is, I'm having a lot of fun filling my own notes, but Vincent wanted me to make
I'm gonna show you what mine looks like, and you're probably not gonna see much because it's with pencil, but we don't. It's just basically scribbles of patterns and rows of numbers, and it's written like, and he has that, and he doesn't want to make little drawings in mine.
But my inspiration for this is the new vlog by Andrea Mowry. I'll knit if I want to. She's taking handwritten note like this, and it makes so much sense, and it goes so well with knitting.
Well,
Sorry, honey. But
make a sweat.
yeah, I can be. Yeah, I should. I'm not a good boyfriend.
No, you're not. The observation one, the one I have, just gonna put it back, comes with this little page marker. I don't think you
No,
have
I don't
one.
have this
Yeah.
one.
So I have like a little page marker here, and it comes with a little pencil. It's written Merchant and Mills. I don't know if we're gonna. Oh yeah, Merchant and Mills. That you can just put here, or any other pencil if you run out of this one.
Or just lose it because it's small.
No, because
smooth.
it's always there.
It's true. Yeah, the fact that it's holding it and locking it. Yeah.
And it's written here observations. It's in Merchant and Mills, and this one's a nice wax canvas, and this one's just a regular canvas.
And the size of it is perfect. It could
Yeah.
go easily into any knitting bags. Mine is actually next to my e-spinner, and I'm actually thinking about starting a second one for my like spinning journey. And Andrea is actually
Are you gonna make them run in your spinning journey?
this one, yeah, I'm sorry. Andrea is doing something amazing, and I've looked online, and it's not that expensive. She used a new Polaroid camera, and will take photo of a fiber before being spun, and then have it develop right away. And one of the fiber, once she spun it, and write on it exactly what she did to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like put it in a journal like that with like washi tape, and I'm just like, she's so smart. she's so smart. So I really love that idea. So I want to.
We have like those little. Yep.
So these are also in the shop.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
There's
next-
still we've replenished other things too, like the wall cut wires and stuff. But the shop is
Yeah.
quite full right now.
The next shop update is August 7th.
And if you remember at the beginning of the video, we talked about a giveaway. So
Well-
don't forget to comment below. The question was, what's your favorite color from the rainbow flag? And it can be from any queer communities.
Yeah,
Any
any
flag
LGBTQ flag,
Yeah.
and yeah, just comment below, and we'll pick at random. That's it.
And I can promise you there's going to be a video in September, just right before we're leaving on vacation. So no more 2 months break, which were actually really nice for us. But we're going to
Yes.
make more videos for sure.
Yes.
I promise, because I'm the one editing. So no more ear infection. I'm not a child. Bye.
Bye.